Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Boulier. I'm the coordinator for the Plymouth Canton High School virtual program. If you're watching this, you are either part of or you are considering joining the virtual academy. Either way, this is to inform you of everything that you need in order to start the school year properly. So at any time, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to contact the office, which you will have the contact information in just a moment. So if there's anything, please feel free to reach out. But to begin with, all things start with our school's vision. All Plymouth Canton High School students will have equitable access to a positive and collaborative school culture and will be supported in a safe environment that values diversity, excellence, and honors flexibility in learning. Students will be supported in becoming strong, independent learners in achieving excellence in their unique goals through their high school experience and beyond. So all of my decision making goes back to the school's mission. And so this is what drives everything that we do. So here is the administrative staff. My name is Steve Boulier and I'm the coordinator. You can see my email that it's stephen.boulier@pccsk12.com. My phone number is 734-582-5580. Shannon Nicholas, who is the administrative assistant for the virtual academy. You can reach her at shannon.nicholas@pccsk12.com. Her phone number is a little different, 734-416-7727. If this is a little bit too quick that you're unable to capture it, you can always find this information on our website. But again, we are usually very, very fast at returning phone calls or emails. So please feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions, if you have any comments, or you have any concerns. All right, so what is our identity? So the Plymouth Canton High School Virtual Academy, unlike the elementary and middle school, we are not our own school. It is a program within the school. So what exactly does that mean? This means that whatever high school you were originally assigned to, that is your home building. This means that you are still attached to your counselor, your assistant principal, and unfortunately the dean if necessary. This also means that if you graduate from the virtual academy, your diploma will read your home building name and not the Plymouth Canton Virtual Academy. So if you were assigned to Canton High School, that's what your diploma will be. So if you're assigned to Plymouth High School, go to a Plymouth High School football game, basketball, volleyball, softball game, cheer on your home school, or go participate in those sports. So troubleshooting, there will be times that you need to reach out to someone for one reason or another, knowing that you are tied to your home building should tell you who to contact. However, if you have any technology issues, we actually have our own virtual technology. They kind of want to have that separate. So you want to go to virtual.technology@pcsk12.com. However, you can always email me. I'm usually a little bit faster. Generally, it's something very easy that I can troubleshoot. I've been doing this for 28 years now, so there's really not much incidents or anything that I can't fix. But if you have any questions regarding counseling, your schedule, that is not me. You contact your counselor, and that's very important. I cannot change your classes. I cannot recommend what classes you take or anything. That is all your counselor. Important dates: September 6th, Tuesday, is your first day of school. It's a half day. September 9th, that there will be an open house. That means your parents can log in and they can learn all about your classes, your teachers, know what the expectations are. They haven't set a date yet for parent-teacher conferences. I'll certainly get that out as soon as possible. You can see Thanksgiving break, winter break. I know it's late. Many people are like, wait, we're going to school on December 23rd. Yep. But you also get 2 full weeks off. So we end on January 8th and you're back on January 9th. Martin Luther King Day, January 16th, there's no school. First semester final exams, you can see the date, and that Monday begins the second semester. You can see midwinter break. Teachers have to show up, but what are you going to do? March 25th through April 1st. So if you're planning any kind of vacations, those are the dates. State testing, And the last day of school, of course, is June 14th. First day of school. So this is a lot of apprehension. Maybe you're new to the virtual academy. You have no idea what to expect. People, extremely easy. So prior to the first day of school, you'll receive access to your Canvas page for each class. You will know when you have access is when your schedule is released. It's usually that Friday before. So please do not call the office asking, where's my schedule? They generally, sometimes they even want to say they release it on that Sunday. So please don't contact the office in a panic that you haven't gotten your schedule yet. So once you do get your schedule, you search each Canvas page for scheduled times to meet as well as a Zoom link to be used on your first day of school. Now, how do you access this? Probably should have put this down. I'm going to send something out as school approaches, but you're going to log into your Plymouth Canton Gmail account, which if you're new, I will make sure that you have it, but you should have already received it. It's generally a combination of your name with a number at pccsk12.com. So you log into your Gmail account, you're going to go to your waffle. Those are 9 dots in the top right-hand corner of your Gmail page. And you're going to click on your waffle and you're going to click on Canvas. It's that simple. Then you'll see all these 6 classes. That it will be right there. You click on it and you'll find your Zoom, you'll find your times and everything necessary. Trust me, folks, we had 1,200 kids first year. We had almost 400 last year. Everything ran smoothly, so we shouldn't have any issues. Zoom links are usually found on either the home page or the content navigation menu. Some teacher may also send an email with all necessary information to get started on September 6th. Either way, it is vital for students to monitor their Plymouth Canton email address for information in getting started. All right, so you probably should have received this information. Again, because you're a program within the school, you're going to follow the same everything as the building. The only difference is you are learning from home. We highly recommend that you come and get a student ID, and you can look at the times while I'm talking. You can look for when you are supposed to show up to your home building. So if you're a senior, you're going to show up on August 23rd, juniors and sophomores on the 24th, freshmen on the 25th. You can see the makeup dates, etc. It's really important. You want a school ID for multiple reasons. Sometimes there are a lot of businesses that give discounts for students, and they need proof by a school ID. Also, it's kind of nice historically that you have your old student IDs. As an adult, it's just kind of cool to have, but also in order to get into games or to get into other activities. So we highly, highly recommend that you get your IDs. Also, some teachers are they are requiring textbooks or packets that could be picked up at that time. So it's just kind of important that you show up on one of these days. There are generally 2 times a year that we're going to ask you to come to the park. This, and then in April when you take your state test. All right. So the daily schedule, first hour begins at 7:25, 6th hour will end at 2:22. We follow the same schedule as the park. So because I have a lot of teachers that teach both in person and virtually, be unfair to have a separate schedule. So they might be done with their first hour in person, second hour, maybe they have a virtual class and they log in and they take care of their business. So we follow the same schedule. You will be given a lunch, whether it be A or C lunch. Generally, virtual teachers will not select B lunch, so don't expect that. Generally, they like to have A or C, but of course, they will tell you which lunch that you have on the first day of school. Parent monitoring. Experience tells us that student online learning success begins with a strong collaboration between student and parent. Students will be using Canvas for all their classes. Parents will be given access to monitor assignment completions, quiz grades, etc. However, MiStar is still the official keeper of all quarter and semester grades. I cannot tell parents how important it is to monitor their student progress. Unfortunately, unlike Power School, which most of Oakland County uses, you don't get alerts if your student misses an assignment. You kind of have to go in. So it's really important that you go into MiStar on a daily basis. If not, certainly a couple, 3 times a week. It really frustrates teachers and administrators when it's towards the end of the year and you're like, oh, I had no idea. Our response is, you have all the access at your fingertips that you can tell. We have open, teachers are required to respond to emails within 24 hours, et cetera. There are all kinds of ways to monitor your student success. So it is of vital importance that you keep tabs on your student. Reporting an absence. Absences happen. Please also understand, parents and students, that all applicable attendance laws and policies regarding board and state laws require student participation. Logging on and participating in school is the same as walking into a classroom. So if they're not logging in, they are technically absent. And of course, if you accumulate too many absences, bad things happen. So you want to make sure that your student has good attendance, and some teachers, they will not allow students to make up work if there's an unexcused absence. So it is important that if your student is going to be sick or for whatever reason is going to be logging on, you need to make sure that you either call the office, you can call me, you can email me, you can call your home building attendance line and report it, or you can go into MiStar itself and report it. So there are multiple ways to report an absence. It's very, very important that you do so. High School Virtual Academy newsletter will be shared every other Friday afternoon. Sometimes I'll go once a month if there's really not much. I try not to overlap information that is coming from the park, whether it be Canton, Plymouth, or Salem. Remember, everything, unless it's specific to in-person, everything still applies to Virtual Academy. I cannot stress that enough. So I try not to overlap unless I think it's really, really important information. But if there's information that is specific to the Virtual Academy students, I will make sure that that gets out. I also put in all kinds of helpful tips, some social emotional stuff. It's just a good resource for you to have. School schedules and cancellations. The High School Virtual Academy administrative team, we will make sure that all of you are informed of the school calendar and happenings in and around the park, including half days, early dismissals, etc. Several teachers teach both VA and in school. So anytime there is a school closing, I know this may sound silly, but if there is a snow day, Virtual Academy is closed as well. And this also includes if there's a water main break or a power outage or any other types of what we call acts of God. For whatever reason, the school is closed, so too will the Virtual Academy. So there are a lot of tips for student success that I will tell you that you may think that the Virtual Academy is easier than in person. It is not. So there are some tips that we would like to share with parents and students, and hopefully maybe you take 1 or 2 of these and you really implement it with fidelity. Either way, this will make your life so much easier. Number 1, set up a comfortable work environment. All supplies necessary to be successful, because when you do that, as opposed to maybe lying in your bed on your PJs or wherever else, you don't feel like a student. You want to feel like a student. So it puts you in a great frame of mind. So sitting at a desk with all your supplies and everything that is necessary to be successful, it really creates a strong mental process or whatever to make you feel like you are a student. I always believed in creating visible calendar, such as a whiteboard with your schedules, with your assignments and due dates, important reminders. Having that visual representation is so important that once your teacher says, all right, at 3 o'clock, this is due, put it on a whiteboard and check it off when you do. It makes you feel so much better. Turn on your camera, be engaged, ask questions. I looked at, students that didn't do well, and the majority of them never had their camera on. They were never engaged. They never asked questions. Those who have their cameras on, some teachers, sorry, but they are going to require it. So you have to get into the right frame of mind. Take advantage of office hours if the teachers have them, such as their prep hour or your advisory. That's what it's there for. If you're struggling in math, you need to go talk to your math teacher. That's what it's there for on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just don't feel like this is the time that you can go on social media, go play Fortnite or whatever. It's important that you use your time between 7:25 and 2:22 wisely. I've always believed in having an academic partner. Find one in each class. You'll notice that, like in a lot of in-person classes, you have tables or you have chairs that are pushed together to create teams. That's what it's there for. So it's like, hey, did you miss this question or this concept? And then your partner can then tell you, so the teacher doesn't have. So the teacher isn't bogged down with a million questions. I've always believed in it. Maybe if you're absent, you can call your academic partner, say, hey, what did I miss? It's just a great technique. Please do not wait till the last minute to turn in assignments. Stephen Covey, the author of the 7 Habits of Happy Children. Number 1 is don't put off tomorrow what you could do today. That taking care of your responsibility so it's not hanging over your head just makes for strong mental strength. Take advantage of supplemental materials. Your teachers, most of them will have links on their Canvas pages to supplemental learning instruction, whether it be, a Khan Academy video, whether it be a website where you can do practice drills or anything like that. It's a great resource. Get involved. Those students, they've always said idle hands is the devil's playground. And if you are involved, generally that gives you motivation to do well in school. Remember, you are still part of the Plymouth Canton family. So if you're a part of Canton, be on the Canton football team or swim team or whichever team that they may have that you are considering. We had the number 1 player from Plymouth High School's basketball team in the virtual academy. Great kid. So it's we've had several football players, we've had several thespians. So just try to get involved, and create a structured plan, stick with it, have a goal, set a goal in mind. Okay. So that's it. I want you all to have a great school year. Again, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any concerns, you can always call me at any time. I am here to help. So I want you all to have a great year. Thanks, everyone. Again, reach out if you have any questions.